My name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. It's a week where Monday was a holiday, and so for the whole rest of the week, if you're like me, you've been unsure what day it is. My cleaning girl came today. She normally comes on Tuesday, so now for the rest of the day, I will think that it's Tuesday, even though it's Thursday. So it's gonna mess with me. The week needs to be over so we can start fresh next week. But I have a really cute project for you today. I'm excited to show it to you, and we're going to talk all about specialty papers. But it is the start of another block of my series. I've been doing a DSP series, so this one is finished. I'm going to do all of the new papers in this catalog, all of the designer series papers. I'm going to do 3 cards with each of them at least, so that way you can see different ways to use them. So this one is complete. It's the Wildly Flowering. If you saw my Instagram when I posted this one, no, I think it's this one. I've been shopping for a new summer bedspread. I really want one that looks just like this because it would be perfect in my bedroom. But alas, I haven't found it. Maybe Stampin' Up could get in the bedspread making business. So for today, we're going to do this paper, but I've thrown in some specialty papers as well. So we're going to cover a bunch of papers. It's a different kind of paper. So I'm going to show it to you, and then I'll show you the other ones that I am using. So we are going to use the In Color Glimmer paper. As the name states, it's glimmer paper in the In Colors. So you can see all 5 colors of the new In Colors. And I'm going to use the Peach Pie. And then I'm going to use, I have all this laying here, and as I put it back, there's no place to put it. I'm going to use window sheets, which we've had for a while, a long time. And then I'm going to use the new textured metallic, and it comes in gold, copper, and I think the silver, yeah, is hidden under here. So you get 3 shades of metallic. Well, maybe I can pull it out for you. There we go. And it has a fun pattern to it, which the thing I love about the fun pattern is it hides fingerprints, because you know sometimes the metallics have a tendency to show our fingerprints. And then the star of the show is the Frames and Flowers. So it is just 6 sheets, and it comes, this is all torn up from my Try It class, like majorly torn up. There's the pattern from my Try It class and then lots of pieces left. So I don't have a lot of the whole pieces. These are the 3 that you get in a 12 by 12 piece. I love the color combinations of this. And then you get a sheet of these that pop out. And I'm going to use this one today on this card, so I'm going to go ahead and pop it out. You can see they're die cuts. They're not adhesive, they're just cut for you. Pull this out, and then I'm going to go ahead, and I don't need the centerpiece on this one. They don't all have centers. These 3 do, and these 3 do not. And then this is a long strip. So we're going to use this one on today's card. And then you get, is it 1 or 2 sheets? I think it must be 2. And I just have 1 left because I used the other one in Try It class. You get 2 of these die cut sheets, and I've already used this one and this one, so now we're gonna have to be creative. Let's pop out this one, and actually I think there's 2 of everything on the ones, because it looks like this is close to that one and this is close to that one, so they're just going different directions. And then we'll get a little peach pie flower. So you get these fun die cuts, and you can see this is it looks like it's this one, and then you also get this. So they just pop out. So many quick and easy ways that you can use them, and you can see up here that they have a lot of ideas. Then I am going to use the Rest, Relax, and Enjoy stamp set, and I am going to use all 3 of the bottles. So the lids, this lid has to go on here. These 3 lids can go back and forth between those 2. I'm not using the words, they could go on the inside, and I'm not using the florals because we have enough of those on the cardstock. So I'm going to use that stamp set. So let's get going with this. I'm going to use Pecan Pie. I hadn't used that for a while. So we have our card, and then I'm going to do a false front. So I have another, this is a half a sheet of cardstock. This is a full quarter sheet of cardstock here. And that's going to be a false front. And then I have some scraps of window sheet, and then just little pieces of the specialty papers in the peach pie and in the copper. So for this, because we're using specialty paper, I am going to use my StazOn ink because it stamps much better on the window sheet and on the glimmer paper. You can't color in with blends because it'll just erase it. So if you want to do it, I did try it. You can maybe see it on this one here. I colored on the back with my blends because I thought maybe I could color in whatever's in my jar. And then I switched to the glimmer paper instead. I liked that better. So I've mounted all 3 of my lids on one block. I'm going to stamp here on. So just try to go straight down and straight up. And try not to slide them, which is sometimes easier said than done. There we go. So that's stamped well. And then I'm going to stamp my bottles on both the window sheet and on the glimmer paper. I tried combinations of both. And then when it was all said and done, I liked it best when I did it on both. So here's the little jar. Again, slippery. So down and up. The nice thing about this StazOn is it dries super quick. You do need to use the StazOn cleaner to get it off of your stamps, especially your photopolymer. You don't want it to sit on there because it can eat the photopolymer. It would take a long time. So we're not talking like you have to get it off immediately. Here's my dropper bottle. And then the big one. The other thing with your StazOn pad, you don't want to leave the lid off forever because it's flash drying and it will flash dry right there on your pad and suck your ink up. So I recommend getting a refill to have with it. And then stick this someplace on this scrap. All right. It comes with this plastic piece. You want to keep this. It also comes in brown. And I tried the brown on here, but the brown in conjunction with the peach pie made the brown look a little yellow. And it wasn't the look I was going for on this card. So now there are no dies for this stamp set. So I am going to take my snips and just trim all the stuff out. All right, so I've trimmed these out. I just used my snips. Now we need to assemble them all. They were simple. The only one that has any kind of like getting into would be this one. The rest of them are all pretty much straight lines. So I'm going to show you a couple of tips as you glue these together. I'm going to use the fine tip glue because it's clear. And I'm just going to put it kind of like here. That way if you see it, it will look like if there was something left in the bottle or some liquid, you know, in the bottle. I want to make sure that you don't have anything stuck, especially like a dimensional back or something on your window sheet, because it does get a little staticky, worse in the winter than in the summer. So I have that on there. Now, if you can see, I should have showed you before I glued it together right here. When I cut the window sheet, I left like a little point up here, and that is just perfect then for adding some glue to that. And then it gives it a little bit more space for this to have something to stick to. So there's our little pump. These are all just filled with peach pie magic dust. And then you can see, here, I'll show you on this one. Here's the thing, and then see how I have this extra bit right here? And that's gonna be for my lid. So let's put this on here. We'll kind of go across on this one. You don't wanna get too close to the edge because it'll smudge out. So as you press, it will go down to there. And I love the way, because I stamped on both, the black gets nice and vibrant. The first run through, I just stamped on one or the other. I tried both, and both ways, if you just stamped on this and you put it on the peach pie, it got a little lighter. And if you just stamped on this, you can see this just next to that. It isn't nearly as vibrant, but when you sandwich the two together, which is easy to do because it's window sheet, so it's easy to see over the top. I use my little line here for my lid. This would be fun if you were giving somebody a gift card for a spa, or a scrapbook page if you have a girls' day at the spa. Put this one on here, and again you can see the tip that I left up here. And see, it's not nearly as vibrant as that, but as soon as we put, so there's 2 lines of black. Look how much darker that is. It's perfect. And then we'll just add this right here. Kind of moves around because of the window sheet. So we'll let these sit and stick to each other for a second while we do the rest of our card. So I have my pecan pie, because you know we have a pie theme going on, that is cut in half. And then I had this, when I laid it on here, it showed, it felt like it just needed something. And I felt like I was at a really pretty eucalyptus smelling spa. So I wanted to kind of have a wood feel. So then I thought about going back and putting a white piece behind there, but I really liked the way the peach pie and the copper play with the pecan pie. So I just decided to make this look like wood. And if you're a demonstrator, then we get a chance to pre-order things. And this is something, I would tell you what it's pre-ordering from. I'm 99% certain it's from the upcoming holiday catalog, but I'm not 100% certain, but I do think that's where it's from. So I pre-ordered this. You can see it is I think it's a birch. It's a wood pattern. So I'm just gonna throw this in here, and I love this new size because you can do a half sheet. I could have done the whole card in this because I like when your whole card has that. So I'm gonna run this through. It just goes through with the gray plate. If you're watching this and it's still May, then there's still the opportunity to join my team with the great sign up special that they have. But look how fun this is. It's a more, like, we've had lots of wood grains in the past. This is not a subtle one, but the lines are kind of more spaced out. So it's definitely different than any wood grain we've had in the past. And if you know me and you know the colors that I love, look at this. These are the embellishments that are going to be part of this suite. And look at this. I can't wait to use it. If I was able to use these, I would have put these two on the card because they would look fabulous. As it is, I didn't use any ribbon, but that would look fabulous on it. So let's put our stuff together on here, and then we'll just add that to our card when we're done. So add our little frame that's already nicely cut out. If you don't have a cut and emboss machine, you could make this because you don't have to do the frame. I mean the wood. In fact, you couldn't do the wood yet unless you're a demonstrator because you can't get this yet. You could use any other kind of design that we've had in the past. So then let's add our little die cuts, because you could do everything on this and just skip that, which a lot of it ends up getting covered up. I did the wood grain a different direction than I did on my first one. So let's go ahead and put this one here. And then we'll add, I can't pick things up today. I don't know why. You ever have a day like that? See what I mean? We'll put this here. And then let's hope these are dry enough. We'll add the flower at the end. So this I want to have flat on here. And on my other one, I did put the adhesive on the back of the jar, but on the off chance that that's not dry yet, I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, it's not dry. It's sliding right off that window sheet. Window sheet just takes a little bit longer for the glue to stick to. So let's match this all back up now. Should have just glued it all to the card. There we go. And then the rest I'm gonna use, hopefully, I can use dimensionals because I want to look like this is kind of a little shelf. But when I grab this dimensional, it should hold those two together. And you know, if my daughter was little, well, she would like this card now, but back in the day when she was little, I could have used these jars and filled them with the pink or the petunia pop glimmer paper and made a fun birthday card, and she would have loved that, because what girl doesn't like some glitter? This is still moving. Of course, it's drying on the part that is making it crooked. There we go. So there's a lot of different ways you can use the little jars. Just say it's I need to get that stamp that says something about being full of glitter or full of sparkle. I can't remember. I don't have that stamp set yet. It's in the new catalog. Let's pop this one over here on the shelf. And then I'm going to pop up my flower. Let's stick this on our card base. Always when you do this, just don't press down. Just lay it on there. And that way, if it's crooked, you can pick it back up and rearrange it. See, I can move it. Got a little piece of a trimmed out jar there. And then for our embellishments, I am going to use something out of here. So these are all of, here, I'll show you real quick the Try It class project that we made in Try It class with this paper. Normally I don't show the Try It classes, but I love this card. And I love the way the paper looks with the petal pink. So that's that card. But these are all what is left of all of the mini packets that I cut up. So on the other one, I used the dappled dots, which are part of the duck. I think it's called Lily Pond. I think so. I may use those because those looked really good with this paper. In Try It class, there was one of them, it was the other in colors. So we have these. We could maybe use those. Or we have these. Yeah, I think these are from the To Market. Let's try a little bit brighter. So the other card has these, and then we'll try these that are it must be, so I can never remember which color. I think Parakeet Retired. So these are Lemon Lime Twist. Takes me a minute. We have a lot of colors, and we've had a lot of colors in the zillions of years I've been doing this. And then I also thought about, because I didn't end up using these because I didn't think they were as bright. Don't you like when you have all of the embellishments from a new catalog in a little baggie? So there were these, and I liked them on there, but you can see that kind of livens it up. But I also thought they'd be cute there. And then there are these. But they had a tad too much purple in them, and I didn't want the purple on the card. So that was kind of my thought process. I'll show you the way they look with the dappled dots. So here they are with the ones from To Market. And here they are with the ones. This card, everything's not falling off. They're arranged a little bit different. This one I pulled a little bit more over. Otherwise it's the same. But I'll show you this one so my cap doesn't fall off there. Here's the dappled dots. And just your jars full of glitter, because who doesn't need a spa day when they go to the spa and get doused in glitter? So that's what I have for you today. I will do 2 more cards with this. In the interim, I may finish off the Full of Life because that's the paper that we're going to be using for June Card Club. So I want to show all the club members the stamp set that goes with for next month. Everybody have a great weekend, and I'll catch you back here next week. Bye.